Hello everybody, welcome again to the class of kinematics and dynamics of machinery. This week, we will look into the new topics about the computational kinematics. In the previous week, we already discussed the velocity and acceleration analysis by a graphical method, that's the instant center and also the polygon method. The graphical method has several drawbacks. One of them is the accuracy of your analysis depends on your accuracy in drawing and measuring the vector. Besides, you can only do the analysis at that configuration. However, the mechanism is always moving, so we need to do the kinematics analysis for all the configuration at any time. That's why I introduce you to the computational kinematics. The discussion of the kinematics discussion will be started by the global and local coordinate system. For example, that's the body. Let's say it is a body I, as you can see in the slide. Then there's the point Pi in that body. To define the position of this point Pi, we need to create the coordinate system. It is a xi and yi. Xi, yi at here is called as the local coordinate system or LCS. The LCS is attached to the specific body, and the orientation of the coordinate system depends on the orientation of the body. So, in the local coordinate system, the position of the Pi can be written as xpi bar and ypi bar, or can be written in this form. And the orientation of this local coordinate system is theta I. Then, to specify the position of LCS, we need a coordinate system that doesn't move at all. The coordinate system is called as the global coordinate system, or at here, we can say XY is a global coordinate system. So, we need two types of the coordinate system to make our kinematics analysis become easier. If there's no LCS, the coordinate or the point in the body is always changing, and it makes our analysis become more difficult. After we know the position of the Pi in the LCS or local coordinate system, we can also define the position of Pi in the global representation. So at here is the coordinate of the point P in the local coordinate system, or we define by the symbol or the variable upi bar. Upi bar here is xpi bar, ypi bar. And you can see here upi is the coordinate of the point P in the global representation. What does the global representation mean? It means that the position of the Pi in the LCS that have the same orientation as the GCS or the global coordinate system. So we just need to rotate this coordinate system by using the rotation matrix. So the coordinate of the point P in the global representation UPI can be defined as AI times UPI bar. AI at here is the rotation matrix, and UPI bar is the coordinate of the point P in the local coordinate system. The rotation matrix is cos theta minus sin theta, cos theta. And UPI bar, as you can see here, is xpi bar and ypi bar. Then we need to transform the coordinate in the LCS to global coordinate system as well. So after we get the global representation of the point P or the UPI, we need to transform the point Pi into the global coordinate system. So the coordinate of the point P in the global coordinate system is RPI, or you can see the vector at here from the center of the coordinate system XY to Pi. And then the vector from the coordinate system XY or the GCS to the center of the LCS is the capital Ri. So by the vector addition, we can know that RPI, the small RPI, is Ri plus UPI. RPI at here is the coordinate of the point P in the global coordinate system. The capital R here is the coordinate or the position of the local coordinate system respect to the global coordinate system. UPI here is the coordinate of the point P in the local coordinate system. And here we know that UPI is the AI times UPI bar, because UPI here is the global representation of the LCS to GCS, so we need to multiply with the rotation matrix. And finally, we can get the equation that the coordinate of the point P in the global coordinate system, small rpi, is Ri plus Ai times UPI bar. Again, Ri here is the coordinate of the LCS or the position of the LCS respect to the global coordinate system. AR is the rotation matrix and UPI bar is the coordinate of the point P in the local coordinate system. I will give you an example of the robot arm mechanism as you can see in the slide. So you can see the robot arm has 3 links. There's the link number 1 and link number 2 from O to A and link number 3 as you can see at here. Each link need their own local coordinate system. But usually we use the local coordinate system of the link number 1 or the ground as the global coordinate system. So in this robot arm mechanism, we have 1 global coordinate system and 2 local coordinate system. The 2 local coordinate system is x2, y2 and also x3, y3. Usually, the center of the local coordinate system is put to the center of the gravity of the links. As you can see at here, the position or the center of the local coordinate system of x2, y2 is located at here. And the center of the local coordinate system x3, y3 is the center of the link number 3. And this one is the global coordinate system. After we define the local coordinate system to each link, we can define the position of the joint in the local coordinate system. For example, the position of the joint O in the local coordinate system x2, y2 is minus 1 over 2 L2. L2 here is not L squared, but the L of the link number 2, the length of the link number 2, and the here is 0. Because you can see it here, this orientation of x2 and the orientation of y2 is here, so the position of O is the negative of 1 over 2 L2, and in the y2, there is no distance, so the y2 is 0. So the position of the joint O in x2, y2 is minus L2 over 2, 0. And then the position of the point A, the joint A, in the local coordinate system of x2, y2 is 1 over 2 L2 and 0. Again, the position of the joint A in x3, y3 at here is minus 1 over 2 L3 and 0. Don't forget, L3 at here is not L power 3, but the length of the link number 3. I will stop our discussion about the global and local coordinate system until here. In the next segment, we will discuss how to do the kinematics analysis in the computational approach. So, thank you for your attention and see you again in the next segment.